దేశ ఆర్థిక పరిస్థితి అంతకంతకు దిగిపోతుంది. మరోవైపు కేంద్రంలో పాలిస్తున్న ప్రభుత్వాలు ఎప్పుడూ కూడా సహజ వనరులను పట్టించుకొని ప్రజలకు సౌకర్యాలు కల్పించడంలో విఫలమవుతున్నాయనే ఆరోపణలు వెలువెత్తుతున్నాయి. 75 ఏళ్ల స్వాతంత్ర అనంతరం కూడా ఇవాళ దేశం ఇంకా వెనుకబడి ఉందనే విమర్శలు కూడా తలెత్తున్నాయి. ఇదే నేపథ్యంలో ముఖ్యమంత్రి కేసీఆర్ కూడా జాతీయ శంఖారావాన్ని పూరించిన విషయం తెలిసిందే. దీనికి సంబంధించి మనం విస్తృత అభిప్రాయాలు సేకరిస్తున్నాం. దీంట్లో భాగంగా ప్రముఖ సోషల్ యాక్టివిస్ట్ Subramanian Swamy గారు ఉన్నారు. వారిని అడిగి మరిన్ని వివరాలు తెలుసుకుందాం. సార్, హౌ డు యూ అసెస్ ది economic conditions of the country in present context, in present situation?
The economy has been declining since 2016. That time neither the media nor anyone was in a position to publicize what I was saying because they were afraid of the government. We had a 8% growth rate in 2016 and every year it declined to just before Corona to 3.2% growth rate, which is as low as during the Nehru period, which we used to call jokingly as the Hindu rate of growth. Then Corona came and it all got covered up. But since the Corona also, we have not recovered. The main problem is that both Modi and Nirmala Sitharaman know no economics, nothing. And nor are they willing to listen to economists in the sense, they can have economic advisors, but if the economic advisors are all the time afraid they can be dismissed anytime, they'll only find out what the boss wants to hear and do it. Otherwise, Modi used to make ridiculous statements like, I will double GDP in 5 years to $5 trillion. That meant a growth rate of 14.8% per year. But nobody was there to tell him. It was I who had to tell him. And it was embarrassing because we are from the same party. Then he would say something else which is equally ridiculous. Nirmala Sitharaman, of course, is zero. In economics, I would say minus, in fact, because some of the things she says is absurd. So we are today chartered by a group of people who know nothing about economics at the political level. But the dangerous part is that our government is unable to understand what the source of the problem. Problem is not supply, but the purchasing power or the demand factor. And demand factor can only increase if you lower the interest rate, you lower the income tax rates, but you're doing exactly the opposite. So I don't think that Mr. Modi's tenure, Indian economy can improve.
Post COVID, so small and medium scale industries are lagging behind, and there is no special interest shown yet towards
that is from
those
the
industries.
beginning. That is not new. That's from the beginning. What does small and medium industry want? Low interest rates. But the low interest rates have been going on increasing. Look at the rupee dollar rate. I mean, at one stage, Mr. Modi and others encouraged me to look into the problem, and I said it's possible Indian rupee can be $1. $1 equal to 1 rupee. But I didn't know that they would allow all kinds of racketeers to come into the currency market. And today it's it is somewhere in the range of 100, you see. So, I mean, it's incredible. So, I don't think there has been any new thing that has happened today post this thing, because they are still following the same thing because they don't know economics.
BJP-led NDA Sarkar is claiming that our government is double engine growth government. They are claiming that double engine growth.
Which level are they claiming? Were they willing to have a debate with me on that? in public. Your TV asks any of the, I mean, I know that Nirmala Sitharaman will run away if you tell her that she has to come against me. But you ask any economists of the economic advisors of the Modi government and ask them to debate with me in your television. They will not be able to. They can say anything in public.
Sir,
And
how do
these
you
lies
interpret-
are going on. See,
How do you interpret the doubling in growth?
How can doubling of the growth mean doubling of the growth in how many years? It's 5 years. I told you it is 14.8% per year. Can you get 14.8% per year with the present policies? You see, we are not even able to get 3%. Even today, we have not overtaken where we fell to before the corona.
Overall administration of the Modi, how would you see the overall administration across the country, across the nation? What is the performance of Modi's
You
government?
see, Modi's government is centralized to one person. Every decision has to meet with this approval. You may ask the approval or not ask the approval, but if you know what he wants, you do that, then there's no problem. Otherwise, you get out. How many ministers have been dropped? Harshvardhan was a superb health minister. They dropped him. There are others also who have been dropped. Why? So the message has gone that ministers are only there to rubber stamp what the bureaucrats of the PMO say. There is no independent thinking.
Sir, how do you
And
see?
you saw what happened to Mr. Gadkari. He was one of the finest performing ministers. But what happened?
How do you see the Congress party? They, particularly Bharat Jodo Yatra is going on, and Rahul Gandhi has
No, Congress has no future. Absolutely. Let him come with any number of crowds, let him do any number of padyatras, nothing. That family is considered a foreign family. And this country is not in.
Rahul Gandhi would have been taken charge of Congress party earlier, so far back, and he must have been taken charge as or taken responsibility of prime ministership and all those things. Do you think is
No, he's an idiot. What is his academic record? He's just a very mediocre person. What does he know? I don't think that I would like to even speculate whether he took it earlier or not earlier. I think the Congress party is today having a leadership which is unfit for India. And the Indians have realized that.
Modi is not having any vision
Say that.
to pick up the country,
Yeah.
to compete at international level,
Yes.
Western countries or Eastern
Yeah,
countries,
yeah.
then there is no future for Congress. Do you feel that there is a vacuum, political vacuum
There is
at national level?
There is a vacuum.
Should anybody come forward?
The RSS in support should see that in the next elections, Modi and Amit Shah not repeated and bring in a new leadership. And then BJP can do it again.
Sir, is there any necessity to bring an alternative kind of agenda to grow the nation, to grow the country with alternative platforms? Like there are so many leaders are coming forward. Take an instance of KCR, he is coming forward with Bharat Rashtra Samiti. Do you feel that is there any vacuum, political vacuum?
Yes, if the BJP does not change its leadership in the next election, that is these two, Modi and Amit Shah, who have literally reduced the party to an ad hoc party. Everything is done what these two want to be done. There's no elections, there's no thing. The national executive is full of rubber stamps. People like Advani have been put in Margdarshan Mandal. And anyone who objects, they get after me. Of course, people say, but you keep objecting, they don't do. I said, I'm ready. I fought Mrs. Gandhi. I fought Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee. I toppled their governments. Mr. Modi wants to take me on. I'm ready. But I am not against Modi. I am only against his policies. You see, I only say this policy is wrong. I've been proved right. The economy has gone down. I'm saying that you have betrayed the country by not telling us that China has occupied our territory. These are things of public interest, which I'm doing. But if they don't change the leadership, then I don't think that BJP has a chance of coming back.
Our role have been failed to utilize the natural resources available across the country and providing the amenities to public, proper amenities to public.
I've been saying for the last 30 years, we can grow at 10% per year. I wrote a book on it. Mrs. Gandhi attacked me in Parliament on that, and she read out from my book also. The socialists and communists said this guy is an American agent, but nobody could answer me, nobody could debate with me. So yes, this country's potential has not yet been realized by any government. The closest anybody came was P.V. Narasimha Rao.
Where exactly these governments are failing?
They are failing because they don't know what economic policies to apply. They only listen to chamchas.
Then what do you suggest, sir?
I suggest that we need a prime minister who relies on the economists who can guarantee you 10% growth rate. Either make him finance minister or make him an advisor to the prime minister and listen to him. Not say, no, change this, change that, put tax on this man, not put tax on. So there are a few things that are easy to do. Abolish income tax. Why are you collecting income tax? You don't collect income tax in agriculture. You don't there's no income tax to be paid by poor people below the line. Upper people have chartered accountants who say this exemption, that exemption. It's the middle class which is being squeezed. So abolish income tax. That will generate demand. Interest rates. In America, the interest rate for a loan is 2%. In India, it is not less than 12%, 15%, 16%. How do you expect people? And then you have reduced the fixed deposit interest rate paid to the person who puts fixed deposit from 9% to 6%. So both ways you are discouraging people from saving. So therefore, policies which can make India into a great are known. I am ready to debate with anybody. You can grow at 10% per year. You can overtake China. But there is nobody. And the Prime Minister doesn't know anything. So 10 people goes, oh, this Swamy is saying like this, he's not practical, this thing, that kind of thing. Communists don't like me for other reasons, that I'm dangerous, I'm anti-communist, and this kind of thing will mean communism forgotten forever. Anyway, communists are disappearing. We don't care for them. But the fact is that India can be a developed country in 10 years. If it wants, it can overtake China in 10 years. It can challenge America in another 25 years. So that is the potential of India. India was once upon a time the most developed country in the world for thousands of years. So this same India can become once again.
Sir, KCR is bringing Bharat Rashtra Samiti with an alternative agenda, saying that he will utilize every resource in proper manner and provide amenities to riots, to provide infrastructure to public, and to construct various irrigation projects and all those things, because the major area where he's seeing some kind of loss in developing fields, and also he is coming with purely riots oriented policy. How do you react on such
I
initiative?
well. He came here, he had a lunch for me, and we had talked frankly. I've known him for years, many years, that he has got very good ideas and he needs to have them implemented through a document, that this is my document, and this is how I will do it. Objectives anybody can give, but how you're going to do it, that requires, he won't have the time, he's the chief minister. So it's wrong to expect him to write it.
Sir, are you welcoming the initiative of BRS by KCR?
No, I have got respect for him. I've known him for a long time. I wish him well.
మోడీ కావచ్చు లేదా కేంద్రంలో ఆర్థిక మంత్రిగా ఉన్న నిర్మలా సీతారామన్ కావచ్చు వీళ్ళ ఇద్దరికి కూడా ఆర్థిక విధానాల పట్ల ఆర్థిక అంశాల పట్ల సరైన అవగాహన లేకపోవడం వల్లే ఇవాళ దేశం పూర్తిగా ఆర్థికంగా కుచించుకుపోతుందని చెప్పేసి అభిప్రాయాన్ని ఆయన వ్యక్తం చేస్తున్నారు. కెమెరామెన్ లింగారెడ్డి శ్యామ్లతో సూరజ్ కుమార్, న్యూఢిల్లీ.